Nowadays, the topic of the end of the world has become very common, and undoubtedly, we are the ones to blame for this terrible outcome. However, many people warn that there is still time to reverse this situation, so we will analyze how guilty we are. Is it overpopulation or our careless lifestyle? So, my old sports, this is EdDevelop, where you will find the best scientific and similar curiosities. I invite you to subscribe and activate the notification bell to enrich your day every time we upload a new video. If you want to actively help us grow, consider our Patreon. Find the link below in the description. I assure you, it will be one of the best decisions you'll ever make. Now, it is time for the fun part. A phenomenon that is destroying the planet, and of which we speak little, and that tells us that the number of inhabitants of a given space is exaggerated, which generates economic problems, accessibility problems, and health problems, among others. However, this is not all in the environmental field, since in this sense it refers to the set of environmental consequences that this number of individuals generates on the space in which they live. Although we know that overpopulation in itself is the factor that threatens our planet, it is not only the fact of being born, but also the set of things that happen after that. We anticipate that this phenomenon is capable of generating problems such as depletion of energy and natural resources, increased pollution, endangered animals, low life expectancy, increased energy consumption, and less freedom and privacy. But let's talk about another intervening factor. Do you think it is likely that our lifestyle has something to do with it? Undoubtedly, but by what percentage? Could we talk about these factors as a whole, or is only one or the other responsible? Why don't we start by talking about all the factors that contribute to overpopulation? And the fact is that, unlike in the time of our ancestors, when epidemics were constant, ignorance of many diseases was widespread, and access to medicines was practically impossible, today we can speak of a lower number of deaths worldwide. This, in turn, has led to a significant increase in the birth rate of some countries. According to the United Nations, UN, about 350 babies are born every minute around the world. But there are no more, and as cruel as it may sound, there is no disease or measure to mitigate the excess of births in the world. What do you think about this issue? We know that it is a controversial subject, but it is necessary to make it known. Or have you noticed that nobody talks about it? In addition to this, the fact of living in the city or making a living in the capitals of the countries is the desire of many people who, for this reason, travel to the main cities of the nations. And this has led to a significant increase in the population of these cities, which in turn has led to a really alarming urban concentration. But if we analyze, we find that almost no one talks about the consequences of this overpopulation in the cities. And this is where the lifestyle of those who live in big cities comes in. All this consumerism and globalization have cost us our own quality of life. Can you imagine why? Well, I can tell you that the same problem has put an end to agriculture and livestock, making all the products of these incomparable due to the small supply and the great demand. In addition to this, deforestation and logging due to the need to expand large cities are affecting forests and natural ecosystems, as well as the high unemployment rate and the sharp decline in the quality of life. So I ask you, do you really think it's worth what we're doing to ourselves? Because yes, we are accelerating the environmental crisis, but it is us humans who are affected. So could it be said that we are bringing ourselves to the brink of an abyss? Do you want to avoid this terrible outcome for humanity? Start by sharing this video and raising awareness about this terrible problem that is being ignored. Do you need another fact to understand the magnitude of this? My old sports, I tell you that there is a clock that tells us how close we are to the end of the world. Do you want to know how close we are? It shows the theoretical point that indicates the moment when the annihilation of the world would occur. This year, it was indicated that the time has moved to 10 seconds before the end of the day, as a measure of what is happening in Russia. This means that there are only 90 seconds left until the apocalypse. What do you think? Relax, I know you're probably already making plans for your apocalyptic bunker, but it's not necessary. Trust me, you just need to start becoming aware. So how do you avoid overpopulation? By being an environmentally responsible citizen, helping to reduce water consumption, and learning different ways to reduce types of pollution, we can solve the world's overpopulation problem. Moreover, if we encourage our children to follow our example, we will undoubtedly learn together how to avoid overpopulation, and planet Earth will be a healthier place for years to come. And please, change your lifestyle. We are all responsible. These two issues do not have to be taken separately. Overpopulation brings with it an irresponsible lifestyle. So yes, even if we want to cover the sun with a finger, we have to accept that it is our responsibility what happens to our planet. Don't be more of the same. Start working on change. Also, according to the United Nations, there are approximately 7.7 billion people in the world, and that number is growing. Each of us feeds, moves, and consumes goods and services, and many of us do so in ways that are not very environmentally responsible. The question is, will the sustainable actions of a few make a difference? For most international organizations trying to save the planet, the answer is yes. Every gesture counts, according to Greenpeace. So the excuse that one person doesn't make a difference, why should I spend so much time on this, it's big business's fault, is not valid. In fact, a study by the University of Michigan in the United States confirms that standards agreed upon by a group of people guarantee the efficiency of a sustainable living strategy. The key? Each person's reputation serves as positive reinforcement for others. So if one neighbor recycles correctly, it is an inspiration to the rest. For researchers, encouraging these small actions is as simple as providing a few tips and environmental education. In short, global overpopulation has created a host of environmental problems. In addition, the lifestyle of each of the 8 billion people is undoubtedly a ticking time bomb. The planet's resources are running out, and a respectful and healthy model is urgently needed to ensure the future of new generations. Living a sustainable lifestyle is more than achieving responsible consumption. It is a life based on a commitment to the environment and can be achieved by introducing small actions in our daily lives. If you think the problems we face today are barbaric, you don't want to imagine what will happen if we don't become aware of them. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. Let us know what you think in the comments or what topic you would like us to cover in a future video. My old sports, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. See you next time.